Hey everyone, welcome to DJ VJ. Wanted to take a minute to show you a quick demo to highlight some of the main features of DJ VJ. The primary function for DJ VJ is to enhance the music listening experience. So whether you're a conductor, a composer, or someone who just enjoys music, DJ VJ can enable you to create a visual experience to support your music. So once you have a piece of music and a set of videos you'd like to match to that music, you're ready to create a show. So let's do that now. So a show in DJ VJ is made up of what we call moments. And a moment is a set of rules with a video that represent a musical moment. Today I'll be creating a show that features some famous video game themes. I'll be doing a Mario theme and a couple of Zelda themes as well. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the first video for our first moment. Before I really dive into really creating the show, I wanted to highlight some of the parameters we have that we can use to represent these musical moments. The first of which is pitch. Pitch we can use to measure monophonic notes, monophonic frequencies. Tempo we can use to measure BPM, so different speeds of music when the music slows down or if the music speeds up. And then lastly, we have time, which we use to keep up with how much time has elapsed from the beginning of the show, which we can use to very easily segment our show in different pieces. And so for my entire show, my Nintendo themes show, I want to have two different sections. The first section is going to be dedicated to Mario, and then the second section will be dedicated to Zelda. And so for this Mario section, I want that to take place in the first 40 seconds of the show, as opposed where the Zelda themes, the Zelda section will happen in that second 40 seconds of the show. And I know that because I'm just familiar with the piece that I'm creating a show for. So I'm going to go ahead and add that rule. Cool. And so within this Mario section, I want this Mario theme video to be the baseline, the bulk of the work representing this piece. But where I wanted to make it interesting is whenever the piece goes to the highest note within the piece, I want that to trigger a different pitch. And so I will create a rule later that represents that. But for this video, that means I need to create a pitch rule for here. And so I chose this 1045 figure here. It's right now pitch is measured in hertz, and so 1045 is representative of around C5 for our music people. And so this tells us for every pitch that's less than that highest note, I know that highest note in the pitch is this 1045. So everything below that, I want that to trigger and play this main Mario theme video here. So I'm going to add this rule now. And so I mentioned how I want to use the highest pitch in the theme to trigger a different video. So that is different. That is a different musical moment. That is a difference in combination of rules. And so I'm going to go ahead and create a new moment. I'm going to choose this Mario video here. This is the video I want to cue with that highest note. So I'm going to open that up. So like I said, I want to use that pitch rule to trigger this video. So we're going to be pitch greater than this 1045 hertz. So I add that rule now. And so I need to have this video in the context of our greater show as well. Then also need it in the context of this Mario section. And so again, I'm going to utilize that time feature. And so I know that highest note happens within the first 25 seconds or so of the piece. And so I'm going to go here and create this time rule of time is less than 25. So I'm going to add that rule here. And so now, to make it even more interesting, I want the second time for that highest note to play, I want it to trigger a different video. And so that is representative of the same pitch, but a different moment in time. And so that is a different combination of rules. Thus, I'm going to create a different moment. And so for that moment, I want to use this Luigi video here. I'm going to go ahead and open that up. And so like I said, I want that same pitch cue to trigger this video. So it's that same pitch rule from this Mario video. So I'm going to add that rule. But where it's different is where it comes in time. And so to represent that, I want to create this rule of time is greater than 25. So the first time this Mario video will be triggered by that note, but the second time, which will be after 25 seconds, it'll trigger this Luigi video. So I'm going to add that rule. But again, I still need to put this moment in the context of our greater show, so make sure it doesn't trigger during the Zelda section. And so I need an additional time rule to represent that. And I know that'll be 10 is less than, or time is less than 40 seconds, similar to our Mario main theme moment here. So I'm going to add that rule there. Great. And so these moments here represent our first section of our show with the Mario themes. And so now we'll move on to the second section of our show that represent the Zelda themes. And so for that first moment of the Zelda themes, I'm going to pick this time theme because I know that's the first song in the Zelda section. So I'm going to choose this video here. And like I said, this is our second section of our show, and so I'm going to put this at time is greater than 40, so that is different than the moment, or sorry, excuse me, than the Mario theme, the Mario section. So time is greater than 40. I'm going to add that rule here. But within this Zelda section, I have two different themes, and so to differentiate between the two themes, I'm going to utilize our tempo feature. So I'm going to come in here and choose tempo, and so I know the time theme, the music for it, is less than 120 BPM. And so I'm going to add that rule to this time theme moment. And then for our last moment is the Saria theme, and so that'll have a difference of circumstances to play. So I'm going to add this moment. Go in here, choose the Saria theme. And then so again, we need to tag it in this second section of the entirety of the show. And so I'm going to add that rule to this moment as well. And then to differentiate it from the time theme, I'm going to use this tempo feature, but this time I know this theme has a BPM greater than, 120. So here you can see times are similar here, but our tempos are different. Great. So we've created a show. So I'm going to go in here and create a file. I'm just going to name this Nintendo Show. I'm going to save that, and that's going to go ahead and create a .djvj file. So I'm going to save that to our demo folder, and then this will also take us back to the home screen, so where we can go back and create another show if we need to make bulk shows for a client or just for fun. But I'm ready to go ahead and load this show that we just created and go ahead and start a performance. So I'll go here, load show. I'll get the prompt to choose a DJVJ file. Here's that file we just created in the create show screen. I'm going to open that up. Here we get a prompt of an overview of the show that we just loaded and the show we created to double check our rules, and so we can kind of know what we're getting into. Go ahead and press OK there. And then lastly, we get a prompt for some video controls. And so DJVJ is primarily geared towards a live performance aspect. And so we didn't want anything impeding the visuals. And so we just gave this prompt here to let the users know of the controls they have available while the videos are playing. So we're ready to start our performance. At this point, a conductor would want to sync up the visuals with the music starting. And so whether the conductor has the app on a small laptop on his music stand, or if he has a volunteer simply pressing start, they can get that synced up. And the better they can sync that up, the more accurate the time parameters we utilized will be used. Cool. So let's go and get started. I am going to pause the video after the Mario themes play, so we can utilize that feature, and I'll check in with you there. Here we go. Awesome. So there you saw the Mario theme play the first time, and then the first time it hit that highest note, it triggered the Mario face video, and then it returned to the theme, regular theme, and then the second time it went up to that second note, it triggered the Luigi face, and that was based on the time parameter there. And so now at this point it would be the performer just finished their piece, the audience is clapping, the conductor could pause the video so that the clapping doesn't trigger any unwanted visual effects for the clapping. But now, again, similarly to the beginning, the conductor would want to sync up the start of the video with the music. And so now we'll move on to the Zelda themes. And again, I will pause the video after these themes, and I'll check in with you then. Here we go. Awesome. So there you saw the time theme with that slower tempo triggering our time video with the earth. And then as the themes transitioned to the Saria theme with that faster tempo, it transitioned over to the Saria theme video. Awesome. So we created a show utilizing the different parameters. We loaded that show and enjoyed an enhanced listening experience. Thank you. This has been a demo of DJ VJ.